going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by Geekdom for some Dragon Ball Super Talk. It's been a while since I did a discussion. I like to do discussions here and there when major stuff happens. And in case you guys might have missed it in the past day, we got somewhat of a reveal. Leave now if you don't want to know what that reveal was, although it technically doesn't count as a spoiler because it's just a character reveal. But to some, it might be deemed as a spoiler, so just kind of walk away now. All right, so Geekdom. We'll start talking about this now. Geekdom. In yesterday's V-Jump leak, we got our first look at a non-god or a non-Beerus Champa god from another universe.
A new god of destruction.
Correct. And he comes from what, Norse mythology? Is that what you call it?
Well, he looks like, I mean, we don't really know, but he's got the long beard, he's got the long hair. He resembles kind of like a Thor type of a dwarf. Elvish, dwarfish type people.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not a theological genius here, but I do believe that is from Norse mythology. Yeah.
Right. And also, according to the scan yesterday, I don't think either of us mentioned this. I don't know if you did another video about this or not yet, but according to the scan, only 10 universes are going to participate instead of all 12. Now, I had a quick theory I want to toss out there.
Yeah.
I think what's going to happen is one of the gods or one of the universes representatives, for whatever reason, they're not going to make it. Whether they decide they don't want to participate or they're late, something is going to cause the Omni King to get angered and kill off that universe. Now, because the concept of twin universes exists, I feel like just kind of balance it out. This will result in Omni King also destroying the twin universe. So if universe, 12 shows up, is universe 1 a twin for that?
1 and 12 are linked, if that's what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah. So let's say universe 12 is the one that he destroys.
Yeah.
He will destroy universe 1 as well because it's a twin universe. Unless the rule says if one goes, another one goes. I don't really know. But I feel like what's going to happen is this is just a complete guess that he's going to destroy one and then lead to destroying the other one. And because of that, there's going to be only 10 participating. Now, two reasons why he's going to do that. Number one, to show off the seriousness of this tournament. As you guys already seen, Omni King is all about, when he says something, you better do it. We've seen him destroy universes in the past, and according to the last arc, there were 18 universes at some point, and the Omni King just wiped them all out just for the blink of an eye. And of course, we saw this with our own eyes when he destroyed the future Trunks universe, when he destroyed Zamasu and all that stuff. So he's very serious when it comes to that. So that's just a complete guess as to why only 10 participating, or for all we know, maybe the last two just decided to just stay out for whatever reason. I don't really know, but I want to kind of toss it out there. Now, as far as
and we should specify real quick that
it.
Just because the universes are twins does not mean that if one dies, the other one automatically
Correct.
dies. We have to specify that because in real life, if you have like a twin sister, a twin brother, if one of them dies, the other one doesn't just automatically die. They are linked and like that. Yeah. So if Champa dies, doesn't mean Beerus will die. So we don't really know. Again, we don't really know why there's only 10 competing. Maybe 2 were destroyed. Maybe 2 had plea bargains. I really don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, and this arc, as it unravels, is starting to get kind of weird.
Honestly, just for story purposes and the seriousness of the Omni King to show how much of a dick he can be, the best way to do it is to have one act out and he just destroys both, just to show hey, look, I'm not playing.
Or maybe he destroys one and then the other Omni King goes, because there's 2 Omni Kings. He goes, that looks like fun. Boom, blows up the other one.
That's also a good way to start. Either way, by starting off this tournament of destroying one, it shows everybody yo, y'all better bring your A game because we're gonna destroy everything if you guys don't, do what you're told. Anyways, so the big focus of this video is I want to talk about the gods themselves because we got a first look at a non-cat god. It's still funny to me. I'm sure you got a lot of these comments too, unless you didn't, in which case feel free to correct me. But a lot of people in the comments in the initial trailer from a couple weeks ago were upset that all the gods were cats. And the only reason why people thought they were all cats is because in the initial teaser they showed off Beerus and Champa in their outfits, and for some reason people thought those were other gods, but it's clearly Beerus and Champa.
But they do wear similar clothes, as far as with that god symbol. They do have that symbolism.
Right. Well, either way, we know all the other gods are not going to be cats because we got the reveal of the dwarf yesterday. And by the way, I love that design. I love the fact that it's a different mythology. Now, initially, my theory was going to be that every single deity for god destructions were going to be some form of Egyptian god. But there's so many of them, it'll be hard to choose which ones. And actually, I remember I was recording a video, I got done exporting it, and I never uploaded it. I just kind of scrapped it. Spent 3 hours in the video, and then you just kind of scrap it. It happens all the time. I'm sure it happens
that happened to me twice already, yeah.
It sucks. But I'm glad it didn't, because we got the reveal of the beard god, so my theory would have been wrong. What I like about this is I feel like Toriyama is going to be grabbing for not just Egyptian gods, but from other mythologies. Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology, Norse, Roman, Celtic, whatever. So what I want to see from you guys is what other mythologies would you like to see Toriyama kind of toss in there, and like what would those gods look like? So I kind of want this to be an open discussion for you guys to kind of talk about the gods themselves, and also feel free to add the personalities as well. Let me ask you a question, Geekdom. Do you think that gods should use weapons in any way?
I don't think they need to, man. If they're gods of destruction, they are obviously strong enough to destroy. Now,
right.
I will say this, though. The angels that are accompanying them, that's another thing we could talk about, too, is how the angels do appear to be all very much alike, probably the same race, could all be children of the great priest. They could all be.
Right.
But no, I think that they have the angels have the staff, but the staff is not really used for combat. I mean, whenever we see
stick.
Yeah,
the Google stick.
The Google stick or the selfie stick. We never see him use that stick to, like, fight someone. We always see him, like, creating stuff, showing
Except
holograms.
I want to toss out this. In Dragon Ball Fusions, Vados does use a stick to blast. She has that attack. Just want to toss it out there randomly. But that's a game, though. That's a game.
Yeah, we haven't seen it in the anime proper, but we might see it. Who knows? But the point is that for the Hakaishin, for the God of Destruction, there's no need. They have they can blow stuff up whenever they want with little fingers.
Right.
So, yeah, there's no need, I don't think, for weapons.
The reason why I ask is because the second I saw the God yesterday, my first thought was, oh, snap, man. They should give him a hammer. Just because.
Yeah, or like an axe.
Yeah, or because I'm so used to seeing, like, the dwarves from, like, from fantasy and stuff. Having like those the god hammers, or some made a joke saying band hammer, which would be kind of funny. Like ban. He should walk around with a band hammer and just ban everybody and just destroy them.
He bans people, and then it'd be funny if he did that, and then Whis is like, yeah, that's why his GodTube channel isn't that successful. Yeah, that would be great, man.
That's funny, yeah. But that's the reason why I asked that. And so in the comment section below, let us know your thoughts on whether or not these gods should have weapons. The other thing I want to say, as far as what I'm hoping to see from the other gods, is I want to see a female god. I want to see a representative from the female side. I mean, obviously, when we first saw Vados, she was a badass because it's basically Whis, just but in female format. And actually, in fact, I will admit, I like Vados a lot more than Whis. I mean, partially because I'm a guy, and
yeah,
Vados, she got the goods, but
she does.
Overall, though, I like Vados a lot better. But I want to see it from the god, like from the god destructions. I want to see a female Hakaioshin. Now the question is how would she look? Do you have any ideas how, or like what
I do have an idea. I do have one. If they could take Shiva from, you've played Final Fantasy. I don't even need to spell that out. Yeah. Yes. But Shiva originally came from I believe it's what do you call it? Hindu mythology, Hinduism. Yes. So they could have, but she's also in Judaism too. But Shiva, they could have a Shiva-looking god. And if you look at some of the statues of Shiva, you'll see her like with, like horns and like moons, and they could always explore that if they want to. We've already seen that though with Anin in Dragon Ball. We've already seen like that design style, because like we've talked about, Toriyama borrows from all kinds of different mythologies and religions. You see Buddhism and Christianity and Hinduism all over Dragon Ball. So we've already seen it, but not with a god of destruction. So yeah, they could do that. I mean,
what I feel like because remember the initial trailer that was released a couple weeks ago, they had that super giant one. I bet you that's like an elephant god. I'm calling that. It's gotta be like some kind of elephant design. Like the thing I'm most hyped about isn't about what's to really come as far as the story. I mean, I'm excited for the story. What I'm more excited about is to see the character designs, because number one, I want them in Xenoverse 2 or Xenoverse 3 or whatever the next Dragon Ball game is going to be. But two, I just want to see what they look like and like what the concept is, because I remember the very first time Beerus was revealed in Battle of the Gods. I will never forget, the internet had a shitstorm. It was a shitstorm. Excuse my language.
Well, remember when I revealed Champa to you and you said, holy shit, it's Fat Beerus.
Yeah, it's Fat Beerus. I liked them though. The thing is, when Beerus was first revealed, I remember the majority of the comments I read were all like, oh, it's just basically a Pokemon. Like, for real? Like, is that the direction Toriyama's going? And then Beerus, and I'm going to quote Barack Obama on this because we agree on this. Beerus is one of the greatest things to happen to Dragon Ball Super. It's an opinion, by the way.
Beerus, bro.
I love Beerus too. Like, I love everything about him.
I like Champa. Champa's the guy who I like.
Yeah. And Dragon Ball has always been about the characters, because the characters, the way they're designed, is there's something about them that you like. Frieza was awesome because he was an absolute prick. That's what made him so great. Obviously Goku's just lovable. I don't know how anybody would just not like Goku unless you're a Vegeta fan, which is you're meant to not like Goku. And then like there's every character that gets added into the Dragon Ball universe. There's just something about it that's so likable. And the fact that we're about to get a handful of Gods of Destructions, basically that are hopefully going to be in the same realm as Beerus as far as likability. I'm excited about that the most. So.
Well, I'm excited at the fact that they're not all cats and they're actually going to look different and unique, and I like it. The only thing that I'm a little concerned about, or whatever, not concerned, but more kind of bummed out, is that we may never see them fight. Like, we still haven't seen Champa at his full potential yet. We haven't seen Beerus at his full potential either. And I'm like, well, how long are they going to drag this on? Like, are we ever going to see these guys fight for real?
Right. That's why I'm excited about hopefully seeing them in the games, because if we can't see them fight in the show, at least we can see them fight in the games. I mean, better than nothing at that point. But
Xenoverse 3, whenever that comes out, maybe 2018 or 2019.
2019 probably,
That's going to have a crap load of characters, brother.
But don't forget, we still have DLC 3 and 4, which haven't even started development yet. DLC 2, I believe, is getting ready to get finished as I was recording this. It's going to come out in February, yes. And then DLC 3 and 4. 3 will most likely be Zamasu and Trunks stuff.
And Vegeta Blue.
And Vegeta Blue, yeah. And then, unless they just release it in a different, I don't really know what their release schedule is in that. But DLC 4, I feel like it has big potential to be from the God arc. Now remember, this arc is starting in February, and until there's actual material to go off of, Bandai can't build blindly. They need to have designs, they need to have like ideas, they need to have that, because they don't get that information until it's out and released. Because Toei and the entire Bird Studios, everybody who's part of Dragon Ball stuff, they're very secretive about that stuff. I don't think people understand that they don't send secret information like that to people like Bandai. Even though you might have an NDA and stuff like that, that's how stuff leaks. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but stuff doesn't actually leak in the anime world. Well, sort of does. V-Jump leaks, but doesn't count. But like, stuff never leaks ahead of time. That's why when you see those bullshit websites, don't believe them.
Yeah, exactly. If you ever see like a YouTube channel, and we've done it before too, but if you say Dragon Ball Super leaks, it's not technically a leak. It's actually promotional material. Yes, there have been leaks, but very, very rarely. It's very rarely. Yeah.
So overall, though, in the comment section below, just kind of let us know your thoughts and expectations of all the gods. What mythologies you'd like to see, male, female, gender, weapons, anything you want to see out of them as far as stories, backstories. This is your chance to kind of like predict stuff. I want everybody who's watching to predict stuff. Drop it in the comments, and then after we get them revealed, come back to this video in a couple months and see how close you were, because it's always fun to predict stuff. Now, the last thing I want to mention is, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I really want to see this man do this. A buddy Jadentastic. I convinced him. I convinced him that if he breaks 100,000 subscribers by the end of January, today is January 18th. I was recording this. If he gets to 100K subs by the end of the month, he's going to get a haircut and get a mohawk like Oob style, and then dye his hair orange. So in the comment section below, in the description below, go to his channel, subscribe, and just tell everybody to sub to this man, because I want to see this happen, because this would be so freaking funny, because I feel like knowing him growing up, he will have like a terrible time with that, because like if you get a haircut, it's going to be like that for a while. So
he better not pull some shit like, oh, well, I was going to do it, but my wife said no. I don't want that.
No, that's exactly what I wanted this challenge to happen. So like, I want everybody to go sub to this man. 100K. He only needs like 12,000
if he pulls that, I just want to say, if he actually has the balls say my wife said no, unsub from him right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Teach him a lesson.
I know he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. It's just be funny because
sure
he does face cam. He has to get he still has like a day job and stuff like that. So like he has to go out in public all the time with that hair. So it was just a really goofy thing to do. On top of that, it'll be orange. So and go up to that man, get him to 100K, and let's see if he actually keeps his word at the end of the month if he breaks 100K. Geekdom, is there anything else you want to add in this video as far as the gods?
Not really, man. We'll see what happens. It's only a couple weeks away.
Yes. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you're new here. Check out Geekdom, of course, which you guys should already know who he is. And I guess we'll just discuss it way down below. 9,001 is the like goal. If you break 9,000 likes, then great, your scouter breaks. If it doesn't, well, the scouter will get close to breaking or something. I don't really know. If you had fun, at least just leave a rating below, or don't. It's up to you. But other than that, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you guys in the comment section below.
Bye.